Hi, welcome back to another episode of Quick Clean Eats. On today's episode, it's going to be kind of a new concept. I'm just going to try to see some different ingredients and see what I can come up with. This is something that usually happens most people at home. I know it happens to me all the time. I look in the fridge and I see stuff and I'm like, I have to come up with something. So I'm going to try to play with something today and come up with something really healthy. So stay tuned. I'll show you how I do that. Alright, so again, today's concept is to come up with something healthy with whatever you have in the fridge. So today I have a little burrata, I have a little fresh mozzarella, some chilled shrimp, some beautiful heirloom tomatoes, some watermelon radish, some smoked salmon, some baby kale, and a little sprouts. So I'm going to come up with something to play around with this idea. So what I'm going to do first, by looking at all my ingredients, is try to picture something in my head. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some balsamic. And I'm going to paint my plate. So this is a rubber brush. These are actually really cool because the bristles are like this instead of a normal brush. I use these a lot to paint my plate. So I'm going to go back and forth. It's just a little sauce on the bottom. I'm going to set that aside. Next, I'm going to take some burrata. Again, burrata you can get at the store anywhere you want. It usually comes in balls like this. Sometimes you can even get the cream. For this recipe, I'm just going to use one burrata. It's not really a recipe, actually. It's just more or less whatever I'm going to come up with. So now in here, I got my baby kale. I'm going to add about 2 ounces of olive oil, a little kosher salt, 1 fresh squeezed lime juice, because I'm looking at all my ingredients, seafood. I think the lime will go good. I'm only going to use half the lime. That lime was actually pretty juicy, so that's pretty good. I'm going to toss it around. Just like that. I'm going to put my greens on the center of my plate to build like a little nest. So now I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. So then I'm going to take my burrata, I'm going to cut it to open it. You can see how nice and creamy it is. I'm going to put that right on top. Now, heirloom tomatoes are right now one of my favorite things to work with. So I'm going to take some heirloom tomatoes. I purposely chose 2 different colors because I really want to show the color off. So I'm not going to use the last piece. What I'm going to do is about a 1/2 inch cut on the yellow and a 1/2 inch cut on the red. Now, instead of just putting them on plain, what I like to do is a little kosher salt on top. A little olive oil. I always like to flavor my tomatoes and anything that I put in my salad. I want to bring out the most flavor. So now I'm going to take my fresh mozzarella. So this is going to be like a double cheese salad, nice creamy cheeses too on top of it. And I'm going to put that like that. Oh no, I think I'm going to go on top of the red because I want to show off that yellow. So I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to put that right on top of my burrata. So now I got that. Now I'm going to play around with whatever else I have here. I think I like the smoked salmon, and this one's just a cured smoke. You can buy smoked salmon at the store. You can even buy lox. I mean, the difference in smoked salmon versus lox is one is cooked with liquor and sugar, and the other one has been smoked. So I'm going to take about 2 ounces of smoked salmon. I'm going to try to make like a little cylinder of it, and that's going to sit right on top of my salad, like that. I'm going to take some of my chilled shrimp. I got 4 chilled shrimp right here, which is perfect for what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that, again, right on top. The chilled shrimp have been cooked in olive oil with just a little kosher salt. So it's something easy you can do. You can cook these actually a day ahead if you really wanted to. So I'm going to try to build like a little nest on top, just like this. Now my plate's actually coming around really nice, more than I thought it would, since I had really no idea what I was going to do today. Now I'm going to take some of this rainbow radish, and I'm going to go right on top. It's actually watermelon radish. I just messed up and gave you the wrong name, so it's actually watermelon radish. This is going to give it a nice little contrast and a nice little bite. Then, to finish it off, I'm going to add a little bit of sprouts. So with the sprouts, what I like to use is my little nifty tongs. If you don't really have these little tweezers, you don't need them, but I like it because it actually lets me place things right where I want it. So for some of my presentations, I really like the height. Now, to finish off my plate, I'm going to add a little toasted coconut around it. Toasted coconut really goes good with burrata and fresh mozzarella. So what I'm doing is about maybe a tablespoon just going around it, and that's going to add that little crunch. So there you go. This is my open the fridge salad. Healthy, very light, very colorful. So thank you guys so much. Now I'm going to give you a couple tips. So when we started off this video, we really didn't know what we were doing, and that's usually what happens with me sometimes when I come into work. We come up with all these new ideas, but people always wonder how. The honest truth is that you look at your fridge, you see what kind of goes together, and you just start building. You try to use your creativity, figure out your colors and stuff like that. Never be scared to try. I mean, if it doesn't work, you could always, come up with something new, or even, just attempt it. So the tips for this is simple. Always be creative, always try to push it, and always try to just be comfortable with whatever you're cooking. The most important thing with cooking, I think, is showing your passion and showing your love and just being comfortable. Don't be afraid of being judged or someone saying it doesn't look right, or you can always fix it. You can always build on it. You can always improve it. There's no such thing as perfect. If you think you hit something perfect, you already failed. There's always room for improvement. So that's how I do my take on culinary and cooking. So hopefully you guys will learn something from that. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode. I hope to see you guys next week again. As always, leave me any comments, any feedback. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Chef Jesse Q. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to tell all your friends all about it. Thank you guys so much. See you next week. Take care. Bye.